السلام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. The next chapter is باب في تحريم الحسد, a chapter on the prohibition of envy or jealousy. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, Messenger of Allah said, إياكم والحسد, be very cautious about jealousy. فإن الحسد يأكل الحسنات كما تأكل النار الحطب. Because jealousy or envy, it eats up good deeds the way that fire eats up firewood. أو قال العشب, or he said grass instead of firewood. رواه أبو داود. This hadith is in Abu Dawud. So this idea of jealousy, we've spoken about it I think last week. This idea of jealousy is that when you're jealous of somebody else, and you wish that you had what the other person had, but you also wish that they didn't have it. So Imam an-Nawawi explains, because sometimes you say, you know what, I wish I had something similar to what that person had, and you don't want it removed from them. That's not in the category of jealousy. That is the dangerous type of jealousy. But Imam Nawawi explains, he actually puts his commentary in his chapters. So if you ever read Riyadh al-Salihin, you'll find all of his commentary in his chapter titles. And he copied Imam Bukhari in this. See, some people, they don't know Imam Bukhari was a scholar. So if you read Sahih al-Bukhari, if you read the English translation, or if you read a summarized version, all you'll notice is hadith, 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 hadith. You don't know that Imam Bukhari puts his commentary, his tafsir of the hadith, inside of some chapter titles, sometimes very long explanations. And that's where he that's where he decided to put it. So Imam Nawawi does the same thing. باب في تحريم الحسد وهو تمني زوال النعمة عن صاحبها سواء كانت نعمة دين أو دنيا. So in his chapter title he says, the chapter on the prohibition of jealousy, and that definition of that is wanting the removal of a blessing from your companion or somebody you know, whether that is the blessing related to the deen, some religious thing, or whether that's related to the dunya. If somebody fasts more than you in the year, and you're jealous of them, say, I wish I would be doing that fast instead of them. People can even have that type of jealousy. So it could be something related to the deen, it could be something related to the dunya. Now this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned this, that it eats up, jealousy can eat up good deeds the way that fire eats up firewood. Now, how does fire eat up firewood? Is it within a few seconds, or does it slowly burn? Slowly burns, right? It's not like gasoline burning. It slowly burns, and what happens is jealousy is the same way. The Messenger of Allah is warning us and saying, you know what? Once it starts, it slowly starts to grow and grow and grow and get larger and larger. And that's why you have to protect yourself in the beginning. Recently, we just had some fires this week, right? And all of these fires, they always start small. And then they start growing, and if you don't contain them properly, they just keep on spreading and spreading. Hasad is the same way. It's a disease of the heart. And what happens is, if you don't control it, and you're always going around looking at other people, I wish I could have had that person's job. I wish I could have had that type of car. I wish I could afford those type of clothes. You know, that should have been me in that position. That is a dangerous mentality, because it begins to grow not only in the one person that you're having jealousy towards, but it also grows as a general. You'll start doing that to other people, not just one person. You'll do it to everybody else, because that becomes your characteristic. So we need to protect our hearts from jealousy. And the simplest way to do that is to make dua for other people. Number one, make dua. If somebody has some blessing, if something good happened to them, mashallah, may Allah increase you. May Allah grant you more blessings. The second thing to remember is that Allah's ni'am, Allah's blessings are unlimited. Allah can give to that person, and He can give to you. There's no limit. So if somebody got a new car, and you're sitting there burning and saying, man, I wish I got that new car. Allah can get you the new car too. Allah can get every single person the same type of car if He wanted to. There's no restriction, there's no limitation to the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why are you focusing on that one person? That means that you have a wrong understanding of the power and of the generosity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's the aqidah issue that you need to fix within yourself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a correct understanding. And may Allah cure any jealousy that we have of anybody. Ameen. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum.